Hello, everyone. Welcome to another snippet on what pharmacists do. Today, I have with me another student, a pharmacy student. He is from Cameroon, just like I am. He is my cousin, actually, Hans Chenga. Hans, welcome. I'm really happy you took the time to come on and share with your sister a little bit of your pharmacy journey and give advice to any other prospective students or students out there that need a little bit of a push of inspiration. So thank you for coming on. Welcome. How are you?
I am great. Thank you, cousin. Thank you for having me.
Of
Um,
course, of course. I'm really happy you're
I,
here. So as usual, we're gonna start by having you tell us a little bit about yourself, what got you started into pharmacy, and where are you right now at this point on that journey?
well, what got me started? Like you introduced me, I'm from Cameroon, and
Yes.
I would say it started in Cameroon. The background story, I had a professor, um, science professor, and he always wear like white coat when teaching, and I really was really fascinating about him, about
Okay.
that. And
Okay.
then as I was concluding high school, I was curious about medication. So I mean, it's curious, really want to know how medication are made.
Mm-hmm.
It's really
Mm-hmm.
something intriguing. And actually try postulate for some pharmacy school back home, but did not make it.
Okay,
Um,
I did
so
not know that. Okay.
So fast forward, I moved here in I think 2010, and then I started in Maryland, uh,
Mm-hmm.
where I had my associate degree in chemistry
Okay.
because the goal was not to get into pharmacy and all that. So and then I moved to Ohio to
Okay.
have a bachelor um, in medicinal chemistry. So there's a
Wow.
shift there
Mm-hmm.
because on my way I met some amazing people instructor.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I mean, her name is Dr. Amanda and her group, and I
Mm-hmm.
was involved in research, and I really liked the research. And then I decided to, instead of going to the pharmacy program they had, because I got there in pre-pharmacy kind of, so I just had
I,
one semester, I mean 1 year, and then apply. So instead of doing that, I say, okay, let me do research, because
okay.
it was great. She
Yeah.
took me places, in the US, and then I liked it, and that's okay. I finished my bachelor. Now I think I'm gonna start with research first, and then do a PharmD.
Okay.
And that inspiration comes from another assistant research that she had in her group, Dr.
Mm-hmm.
Mel Betty. He's from
Mm-hmm.
Ivory Coast, and he had a PharmD PhD.
Okay.
So those guys really inspired me. And then I came to Kansas to do a PhD, KU, University of Kansas. And well, that experience, it didn't, I would say turn, maybe, I don't want to say turn as I wanted, but I think I
Mm-hmm.
got what I wanted. And then I realized that, hey, the initial goal of being pharmacist is
Mm-hmm.
actually what um, um, fits better with me.
Okay. Okay.
And then I switched to pharmacy.
Okay.
How
Okay.
many schools may, so at that point, I only applied to KU School of Pharmacy. I didn't
Mm-hmm.
want to apply to other schools, and I got and I got in.
You got in. Okay. Okay. So it sounds like you had already an interest in how medications work back in Cameroon. And then after moving to the United States, you were surrounded by mentors that got you into research. You were really big into research and moving around the country, and you were going to do a PhD.
Yeah,
And then you got into Kansas University, and you were like, maybe because of the medication aspect of things, PharmD would be the better PhD for you to have. I mean,
Yeah.
like, it's just a figure of speech because PharmD is PharmD, it's not PhD, but you still have that research component aspect of things. Okay, cool, cool. I got to know my brother better today. I so much about you I didn't know. Okay, so now you're in pharmacy school. I'm sure you must have encountered a few difficulties, a few struggles. Can you share some of those with us, maybe one or two, and how you overcame them to kind of let people out there know what we go through as pharmacy students?
Well, yeah. I mean, it's a doctorate program, so I
Yeah.
can't say that I haven't encountered struggles, and every
Mhm.
year has its own flavor. And
Okay.
switching
Flavor.
from switching from research into pharmacy into clinical aspect of things,
I see.
my I think my number one struggle during my first year was no, we start it was pharmacotherapy, and then we started second year, no, second semester of the first year.
Mm-hmm.
So that introduction was really challenging. What is the best way of me studying this material really got me thinking. I was really
Okay.
out there. It got me
Because
thinking
you
a lot.
can't be memorizing anymore, right? It's something that pharmacotherapy is something that you really have to understand.
Yeah, you had
It's
to
a different way
understand.
of learning. You're right. You have to
You,
shift your way of learning. So how did you do it?
how did I do it? Man. Well, I think I talked to professors. I talked to
Okay.
my professors.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I, I just put my head down and keep figuring out. I mean, every exam, I will try things and try different
Mm.
studying tactics
Okay. I see.
and and
Uh-huh.
and the value. I mean, when the professor would give study guide, I
Mm-hmm.
will I realized that, oh, that one was a good foundation to use before
Okay.
you
Okay.
actually start studying,
Okay.
which was
Mm-hmm.
not really my approach. I would try
Mm-hmm.
to, you know, use that as a later resource. I mean, as
Okay. Okay.
later on, not as an initial one. But
Mm-hmm.
so I would say talking with professor, talking with my um um friends, student friends,
Yeah.
and I
Okay.
will have
I
some of
see.
them asking
Mm-hmm.
me. I mean, making some Quizlet or making the question, and they will share with me, and
Mm-hmm.
I will
Mm-hmm.
use that,
Mm-hmm.
and it
Mm-hmm.
helped me go through. And
Yeah.
I can also say next year, when I came to your house to visit you, we talked, and you told me about the rookie pharmacy program, and we collaborate. I'll say, yeah, you helped me as well in
Mm-hmm.
that for
Mm-hmm.
that
Mm-hmm.
P2
Me too, last
semester.
year. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that that's how I went. I
That's
overcome
how
the
you went about it. And so I think that it's a really good point that you bring up because you cannot be in pharmacy school and succeed alone.
yeah.
You have to be, and that's what you did. You branched out. You branched out to professors because they teach you and they test you. So they know what they're going to test you. So going to a teacher's or professor's office was my
Yeah.
favorite thing to do, especially right before exams, because picking their brains on topics I didn't understand, they always had a way of narrowing down what was going to be on the test without telling me that that's what they were doing. So it would help me figure out better what was going to be I was going to be tested on. You mentioned the study guides. Those are things that I used to completely ignore in the beginning of pharmacy school and just study the PowerPoint because that's what I had been used to do in undergrad. But I later realized that using those study guides, using the readings, there were pre-lecture readings that they would give us, and I would totally ignore them. But then I noticed that those readings were, picked for a reason, and all the important things, all the testing materials will be in those readings. Classmates, Quizlets, those are all resources that we don't even know, we're not familiar with. in Cameroon, right? Those are all resources that we had to really be connected to people to be even aware that they existed.
Yeah.
And putting all those together really, really helps with your performance in school. So that's a great thing that you bring up. So any advice that you have for anyone out there that is thinking about a career path and maybe is not aware of what a pharmacist is, or what pharmacy does, or what pharmacy school is all about, what advice do you have for them as an already third year? You're 75% through the program. So what advice do you have for people out there?
For anyone who is interested in the field of pharmacy, I would first say pharmacy is diverse, and I didn't know that back when I was in Ohio doing the pre-pharmacy program, and I had a narrow vision of pharmacy and just being behind a CVS counter.
Yeah, yeah.
Example. So if you're interested, know that pharmacy is big. They cover pharmacy goes from the community pharmacy to the hospital all the way to the industry, and you can make what you want
out of it. Absolutely. That's why we do the rookie pharmacist, so we can show all these different things that you can do with your PharmD. You were going to add something. I interrupted you. Sorry.
Yeah. So talk to your people that are in pharmacy, or if you go to any pharmacy in your town, you will not, the pharmacists there will be happy to talk to.
Absolutely.
So go talk to them, ask some questions.
Or message the rookie pharmacist. She'll be happy to talk to you.
Message the rookie pharmacy. Definitely.
Yeah.
And you have a broad view of the situation. Yes, the economy, you hear pharmacies shutting down left and right. Just reach out to the school and have the perspective on it. Talk to people that are in there, or the people that are, graduating. So talk, and you will have a good. Don't be scared. Pretty much, don't be scared. The opportunity is a great. It's a great field.
So reach out to pharmacists in the community. We're always open to sharing our experiences with you and answering questions and guiding you. And you had a very exciting interaction with the community during COVID times that got you even more excited about pharmacy. Do you want to share that a little bit so that people out there can really feel the importance, the value that we bring to healthcare, public health?
Yeah. you hear that a lot in the news. When COVID was very big, we as a community realize how much weight pharmacies value brain, and being part of SNAFA and volunteer with my group of friends and see people excited. They are worried, but you have us and the mentors trying to be supportive and help them and counsel them about the vaccine. It's good, and as they leave, they feel safe for what they accomplish, and I think it made me feel good. To be part of a team, and helping the community. And it was also a clinic that was targeted towards vulnerable population of Lawrence, and we had a good turnout, and I really was good, happy about that.
Yeah. So you started by saying that COVID brought pharmacists to light. COVID exposed how much a community can depend on pharmacists to not only to fight a pandemic, because you don't only need immunizations during a pandemic. There's other immunizations that pharmacists have been able to do for a long, long time. The medication aspect of things, checking on drug interaction, several other types of public health things that we're able to do for the community. And I think you bringing that up, it's a good thing to know for people out there who might be interested in pharmacy, that there's so much more you can do. There's so much you can do with pharmacy, and you actually make a difference in people's lives as a pharmacist. We're not just behind the scenes, behind the counter, counting pills. There's more to that. And that's why you get a doctorate degree, and you're on your way to that in another year. You better invite me to the graduation. Okay.
Of course, you have the.
I'll be there regardless. Okay. I'll be there regardless. And when you graduate and become all grown up and get a job, I'll have you come back and talk about what you do in that job. In the meantime, study hard, stay safe, and we will be in touch. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you very much for having me. It's a pleasure.
And if you have any questions for Hans, reach out to me and I'll connect you with him. Okay. All right. Until the next time, God bless you and protect you. Love you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.